Good afternoon and welcome to the Wakeup Retirement Show. I am your host, Marc Sarner, here with you every Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock, talking to you about items that matter to you most. Your retirement, your income, everything you've saved is now positioned so that you can enjoy yourself. You know, you work so hard for everything you have today. You want to make sure that everything is working efficiently. And that's why you're listening to shows like this, is to make sure that you're on the right track. We have a great show for you today. We're going to talk to you about what to do with regards to low interest rate environments. We're going to talk a little bit about Social Security, and we're going to talk about end of the year planning to make sure that your 2016 finishes up the way you want it to. And you want to make sure that you don't make any mistakes, because if you make a mistake, does the advisor pay the price? Does the institution pay the price? No, you pay the price. So it's important that you listen to shows like this to get educated, to get informed. It's a safe place for you to pour a cup of coffee or tea or whatever it is that you drink in the morning to make sure that you're on the right track. And we are very thankful that you're listening to our show, because it matters to us to make sure we don't work with everyone that listens to our show, and we actually help people just like you, whether you're working on your own or with another advisor. Here is a safe place for you to listen to some ideas that might enhance what you've already accomplished. And we are very happy that you are spending some of your afternoon this weekend with us. By the way, you're listening to the Wake Up Retirement Show. I am the host, Marc Sarner, here with you every Saturday afternoon. You can go to our website at wakeupretirement.net. You can follow us on Facebook. You can go to Instagram. You can Twitter. We've got it all. So it's a great resource. The social media sites are available to during the week. If you have a question, or even after the show, if you have a question, you can email me at Marc, M-A-R-C, at wakeupretirement.net, or you can call our office 855-920-7233. So talking to you about interest rates. You know, if you go to the bank today, they might be paying you 0.1% on your savings. They might be paying you 0.5% on a CD. They might even pay you 1% on a 5-year CD. Interest rates are very sensitive. The Fed has actually taken a stance of being patient with regards to raising interest rates, and really comes to no surprise. Record lows over the last 8 years, and they weren't exactly high before. Like back in the early 80s, we had double-digit CDs. You can get a CD for like 16%. Of course, we did have double-digit inflation. But today, with a low interest rate environment, it really hurts the pre-retiree who wants to de-risk their portfolio. It hurts the person that is already retired, who was always taught if you preserve principal and spend interest, you'll never run out of money. It hurts the people that are planning to diversify with a mix of safety and growth. To make sure that they're properly balanced, so that if we do face a major downturn in the market, they have properly balanced themselves. But as the markets continue to rise, volatile times are here or on the horizon. What do you do now to make sure that you're getting a safe rate of return? And believe it or not, there actually are safe places to park your money. If you go to our website, wakeupretirement.net, or if you can just send me an email, we will send you a guide with the different interest rates that are available so that you can make more than what you're making right now with safety of principal. And I'm not just talking about annuities. There are other investments out there that will provide a safe rate of return, even liquidity. There's even one account that will pay up to 4% based on the Standard & Poor's 500, and it gives somebody 100% liquidity to their money. So we actually had somebody who was in this investment, needed the money. After a year, called up and received 100% of what he put in. So I have experience with this. You want to get to the website, wakeupretirement.net, or give us a call. Our operators are standing by. We're going to give this guide away free of charge. First 10 callers will get an additional gift regarding income in low interest rate environments. And that is 855-920-7233. Our operators are standing by. 855-920-7233. So with interest rates being the way that they are, I understand why you'd be concerned, because you want to make sure that you're in the best possible situation. And the bond market is really no solution, because interest rates are so low, and you buy a bond today and interest rates rise tomorrow, the value of your bonds will go down, and it's very risky to get into the bond situation. What's worked in the past may not work today, so you really need to know what you can do, because you know what, no one cares more than you about your situation. If you're not getting answers to your questions, you want to go ahead and get those guides. And even just email me a question about your situation. Be happy to help. Won't take you but a minute to send an email. That's Marc, M-A-R-C, at wakeupretirement.net. And we are here every Saturday afternoon, 1 o'clock, talking to you about all these areas of your concern. You can email me any of your questions, or even if you have a topic that is of a concern of yours, we can always talk about these topics at a later date. And by the way, when it comes to Social Security, we're going to talk in the second half of our show. I'm going to talk to you about when is the best time for you to take Social Security. Is it immediately at age 62? Should I take it now because we don't know what the future holds? Or should I wait till I'm 66? Or should I wait till I'm 70? These questions to these answers need to be addressed. Not one answer fits all. It's a factor of longevity in your genes. It's a factor of your own personal health. It's a factor of all these variables, your income needs versus expenses. Maybe that's a problem that needs to be addressed, is your expenses in retirement. I had somebody retire they were in the fire department for over 30 years and reached a level of about $8,500 a month that he was receiving, but his expenses are $10,000 a month. And if you listening to the show, they had the drop account, which is the deferred retirement program for the San Diego Fire department, and had to advise, like, hey, listen, we need to get these expenses under control. Just because you're getting $8,500 a month and you have substantial savings, we need to get these expenses. And so we basically address that, and we also talk about how to achieve income at a low interest rate environment, and that's why you are listening to this show. That's why you're one of the 10 callers. We still have a couple left. You want to call. That is 855-920-7233. That's 855-920-7233. And again, my name is Marc Sarner, Wake Up Retirement. We put on these educational workshops throughout the San Diego area, talking to you about these different issues. I have over 20 years experience working with people just like yourself. You probably retired or getting ready to retire. Well, we've been doing retirement for 20 years, and this is probably your first time retiring, or maybe it's your second time retiring. But basically back in 2008, people retired and then they realized they had to go back to work. These are people that saved enough money to retire, but they weren't properly balanced, because the markets were doing so well, they put all their money in the market. When they wanted income, they took it from their growth. When they wanted to go on a trip, they took it from their growth. When they wanted to buy a new car, they took it from their growth. And eventually the market's corrected. So you keep extracting, then the markets go down by 30-40%. How long is it going to take for you to get back to even? How easy is it to get back to even? And we want to make sure you're properly balanced. That's why you're listening to this show. But with balance, we need to make sure that you're achieving a good rate of return in this low interest rate environment. And you're listening to the Wake Up Retirement Show. My name's Marc Sarner, your host every Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock. Our operators are standing by, 855-920-7233. You can go to our website at wakeupretirement.net. You could follow us on Facebook, Instagram. I've got the Twitter account. So we're available for you social media wise. And you are listening to the Wake Up Retirement Show. So I'm going to take a quick break. You go ahead, refresh your beverage. We are going to do the second part of our show, which is going to talk to you a little bit about Social Security and some other planning aspects heading into the close of 2016. And you're listening to the Wake Up Retirement Show. We'll be back right after these words. And we're back. Welcome to the Wake Up Retirement Show. I'm your host, Marc Sarner, here with you every Saturday afternoon, 1 o'clock. You are listening to the KCBQ 1170 radio station, and we are here to talk to you about these different areas of concern that you may have. We just got done talking to you about low interest rates and what to do about them. And it's really a function of finding out what's available, given your parameters, given your goals, given your income needs, to make sure that the different options that are available fit your profile, fit your parameters. And that is why you're listening to shows like this. I'm your host, Marc Sarner, here with you, educating you. Pull up a seat, grab your beverage of choice, because we've got about 10 to 12 minutes here to talk to you about these different items that you're concerned about. But switching gears to Social Security, I got to tell you, a lot of people come into our office with questions about, what do I do with Social Security? When do I take it? Do I take it right away? Do I take it at 66? What about my spouse? Should she take spousal benefits? What has just expired in April? There was some sort of expiration in April. How does that affect me? Is it too late to do anything about it? All these different questions, we have a guide that is available to you. I could spend hours talking to you about Social Security, but it's really a function of finding out what the facts are, given your situation. And you're going to want to, we have 10 of these guides available to our listeners, free of charge. You just need to call 855-920-7233. That's 855-920-7233. These 10 Social Security guides are available for your educational purpose so that you can find out what you could do regarding Social Security. And, there's about 100 plus different ways of taking Social Security. So if I went through it, we'd be here till tomorrow morning, and I'm not going to be here till tomorrow morning. But, it does bring up an interesting point. I just got back from a wonderful vacation this past week. I was in Scotland, and I took my wife. We were with 3 other couples, and we had a wonderful time. We stayed in Edinburgh. We saw the Edinburgh Castle. We saw the Stirling Castle. There's pictures on Facebook and Instagram where you can see all this with myself and my wife and the people that we were with. And I played golf at the old course in St. Andrews and Kingsbarns. It was just a wonderful trip. It's my second trip to St. Andrews. The reason why I'm bringing it up is because, when you do a good job in saving, when you're good at what you do, it allows you to do the things that you want to do. A lot of people that come and become clients of mine, I have to give them permission. It's okay. Spend your money. The reason why you have money is because you've saved it. You are a great saver. You put money away for your children's education. You put money away for your retirement. Well, guess what? It's here now. It's time for you to do the things that you want to do in retirement, so that you can, if it's Scotland, if it's Australia, these are the things that you should be doing. I give you permission to go ahead and spend your money. Do it. You know what? Because when it goes to the kids, there's a couple of facts. Because I've been doing this long enough, and I get to sit down with the kids after my clients pass on. And what happens is this. Everything you've saved, everything you've accumulated over your lifetime is gone in 16 months. Because when it goes to your kids, there's a couple things that happen. They go to the dealership or they buy what they want to buy. There's a couple of questions that they have: red, blue, V8, V10. It really comes down to if you don't spend it, they will. And I'm not saying that just specifically to any one particular person that might be listening, but as a general rule, this is what happens to inheritance. Now, your children or grandchildren might be totally different. They would value what you've saved and maybe pass it on for generations to come, or maybe use it to enhance the quality of their retirement, and they would use it in a very proper fashion. But as a result, many people don't. And if they don't, you might as well go ahead. And I'm not saying go out and buy a Ferrari or a Bentley or whatever it may be. My mother always says conspicuous consumption. Just do what you want to do. You might as well, because if you don't, it's just going to get spent anyway. So we want to make sure that you are living your retirement to the fullest, because you've saved and you educated your kids, and now it's time for you to do the things that you want to do. When it comes to kids, my clients always say, we raised them, gave them good values. Now it's time. They're going to get what they're going to get once you are done using it. And so our guide is available. We still have I think 3 more guides left for Social Security. That's why I brought this up, is because you are no longer working or getting ready to no longer work. You need to know that your money is working as efficiently as possible. Part of the plan is Social Security. When's the best time to take Social Security? This is why you're listening to the show. This is why you've called and getting our guide. And going to our website at wakeupretirement.net. Again, our toll-free number is available, 855-920-7233. Our operators are standing by only during the show, so you want to call right away, 855-920-7233. So you're listening to the Wake Up Retirement Show, talking to you about what matters most to you, your retirement savings. When it comes to retirement, it's different for everyone. But now that we're heading into 2016, closing 2016, we need to take a look at, is it possible for us to do a Roth IRA conversion of your IRA at a discount? It is available. You do not have to pay the full tax on the conversion. There are strategies that are available when it comes to converting from your IRA to a Roth. Yes, you'll have to pay tax on the conversion, but do you qualify for a discount? Do you have to pay the full tax? And we are available to educate you. Everyone's different. Obviously, everyone's income is different, but it very well may be. I'll give you an idea. I had a airline stewardess. She took the year off, but she has a substantial IRA. She's able to convert her IRA to a Roth, even just a portion of it, at a substantial discount, because her income for this past year is going to be less than what it's been the previous years. So it's available. These solutions are available. You have to take advantage of it. There are deadlines that are upcoming that you need to be aware of when it comes to Roth IRA conversion. You want to give us a call or send me an email. Say, Mark, I need more information about this Roth IRA conversion at a discount. How is that possible? What does it entail? You can email me at mark@wakeupretirement.net. And we are here listening. You are here listening to the show. That's an idea to think about as we are closing the fourth quarter is, should you look at these solutions? Are you properly balanced? If you take a look at your situation, is your investments balanced so that if you do go through a major correction, see, a correction for me at age 46, yes, I have to be careful, but it's not like I'm going to be retiring anytime before I'm 65. So I can take on a little bit more risk. I can take on more of that because I have 20 plus years before I eventually retire. A lot of the people I sit down with, they are already 65. So their time horizon for retirement is right now. So they don't have the same time that someone like myself does. So you want to make sure you're properly balanced. What's worked in the past is not guaranteed to work today. So you want to make sure that you are on the right track. You can give us a call at 855-920-7233. That's 855-920-7233. And you are listening to the Wake Up Retirement Show. I'm your host, Marc Sarner, here to talk to you about everything that's available when it comes to your retirement. We'll look forward to talking to you next week. Thank you for listening today, because we are here to educate you, and we're happy that you spent some of our afternoon on Saturday with us today. You take care. Bye-bye now.